A Dutch artist has turned his dead cat Orville into a helicopter.
Oh, I saw this.
yeah,
This is awesome.
Which he calls the Orville-copter. Bart Jansen, I think that's how you pronounce his name, had his pet stuffed after he was hit by a car. That's the cat, not Bart. Before enlisting the help of a radio-controlled helicopter flyer to build the unique machine. Mr. Jansen said after a period of mourning, he decided to pay tribute to Orville, named after the famous aviator Orville Wright, with the art project. The Orville-copter, quote, half cat, half machine, is now on show at the Kunstvrij Art Festival in Amsterdam, the Dutch capital.
It looks amazing, this cat. It's spread out, flat, so its arms and legs are sticking out, and there's little propellers attached to its paws. What would have been better, though, because it was killed by a car, if he turned it into a car?
Yeah,
that would
have
be better.
been more poetic.
Well, no, not really, because he was named after. What does it say here? The famous aviator Orville.
Well, maybe you should put wheels on his stomach so he can fly and
Drive.
I know what you're thinking, Tom. You're trying to turn this cat into like an Inspector Gadget.
Why not?
So, a hellish creation. Well, it's sort of, I don't know. It sort of wrecks the memory of the cat as it
but
lived,
it could do
surely.
more things.
Well, it could do more things. But
Imagine all the stuff you could do with it. You could get it to carry your shopping.
But is that really how you want your pet to live on?
It's got to do some sort of function. It can fly. It's a flying cat. When would you ever have
Does
a flying
pet have a function?
Well,
most pets don't even have a
because
function.
The fact that he's dead, there's no emotional connection there now. So it's got to serve a practical function. I
Well,
feel.
Tom, would you like to be turned into a helicopter after you died?
No,
You wouldn't?
but I'm not a cat.
If you were a cat, would you like to?
I don't want to speculate on if I was a cat or not, Tony.
Got a career in politics, I think. Now, Tom,
Nick,
have you owned a pet?
I have.
Ever? All right.
Several.
Yeah, but would you like that to be the fate, the ultimate fate of your pet?
Turn it into a...
Yeah, and see them live on, and just up in your grill all the time, turn into a machine, basically. I just, I'm a dog owner. I can't even fathom.
No, I can appreciate there's some pet owners who wouldn't like their, bird, or you wouldn't turn a bird into a helicopter.
It seems kind of pointless, doesn't it?
Does.
If anything, you turn it into a car.
Yeah.
You could turn a cat into a stapler and, close his mouth over paper and get him a staple.
I didn't ever imagine I would hear that on this show. You could turn a cat into a stapler.
So just clunk clunk and then,
Wow. It'd be good for, scaring away kids, though. If you got kids... No, that'd be great, because if you've got Jehovah's Witnesses walking down your driveway and you look through the window, you'd control your cat to
This
go
has
out and
got
attack
to be
them.
offensive.
You could play Flight of the Valkyrie Kitty.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie Kitty. That was
Sorry,
a fun.
I just heard
Meanwhile,
that.
referring to the text line, someone has suggested Tony Dutch. That explains a lot.
Well,
does.
listen, what does that explain?
Does it account for your cat stapler idea?
Maybe, I don't
It's
know.
strangers.
This is the thing, though. Is it any more crazy than turning a cat into a helicopter? I say no. The thing is, Tony's not so insane or maniacal because someone has done this.
I could probably say I probably wouldn't go to the lengths that this man
No,
has.
I would say you're on par.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting testing the actual mechanics of that, because they've got to take into account the cat's weight, its aerodynamics, how
I
much
think this
power
thing was
it's
built for performance.
how much
Well-
power it's going to take to get it off the ground.
Well, guess what, Tom?
Yes.
Unbeknownst to you guys, I've been conducting my own experiments.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got a team together, and
No,
we're
you-
going to indulge in our very first live cross here on something completely different. Am I there, Nick?
Yes, I certainly am. We're atop the Rialto Tower helipad, seconds away from launch here, and the big cats are becoming a bit feisty. Oh, there they go. Now, unlike the Orville copter, these ferocious African lions are in fact alive and kicking. No one here had it in them to put the poor things down, so basically we had to sedate them and pray that we had the blades and propellers attached before they came to. Now, hold on just a second. I think we might be ready for launch. Here they go. We have liftoff. Who'd have thought that against all odds and defying gravity, there'd be such graceful creatures? Hold on, though. They seem to be heading back this way. Oh, God! Help! Oh, my God, help me! I don't think anyone could have predicted this catastrophe!
All right, well, I think we're going to cut from that live cross there. Gee, I hope I'm all right.
I'd say you are, because we can see you now.
Sort of.
Those, that won't work, Nick, because they've got to be dead and flat and stiff.
Well, that's right. Hey, how about we put it out to the listeners?
Yep.
Right, before we move on, 0427 767 767. I can see so many messages from you guys and lovely girls out there. I will get to them. But before I do, I want to put a question out there.
Yep.
What animal would you like to turn into half machine?
A bear. A grizzly bear.
Why? What function, Tom?
Because it's big. It'd be... Imagine that.
Yeah, but...
Imagine what? You haven't given us
yeah,
some info.
you haven't said anything.
Walking down
Imagine a fish that was a machine. Imagine that.
No. Walking down the street one day, minding your own business, and you get swooped by a grizzly bear helicopter.
So you turn a bear into a helicopter?
Yeah, a big grizzly bear.
Very shallow thinking, because I said just turn it into a machine.
Yeah, any machine.
That means do anything, basically.
Well, what's wrong with a helicopter?
I think a giraffe with its long neck would be good at receiving Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I think if you could plug like your laptop into a giraffe, you could be able to probably pick up television and Wi-Fi and all sorts of stuff.
There
like
you go.
that.
The challenge has been laid down, listeners. 0427 767 767. Pick an animal, modify it in some mechanical way.
For after a period of a few years of all the dead pets you would accumulate, you could have a little
knocking about your house.
How's
No.
that for a visual?
your own little personal military. You could have a little,
Oh, jeez. Now, hang
Dog.
on. This does not bode well.
what?
There could be a Dutch army on the rise.
Those crazy Dutch, I wouldn't put it past them.
Hey, the Dutch had a navy.
See, Israel or whoever from last week should be worried about flying
They
dead
should
cats.
be. They should be. Not birds.
No.
Other animals that can apparently fly.
See, but a flying cat that was also taking pictures of you covertly would be brilliant, because you'd run to the authorities and say, I saw a flying cat take pictures of me, and they'd go, yeah, right. A flying cat? This
Who would
guy's
do
a
that?
nutter.
The Dutch! The Dutch!
How would he... I wonder what the tail would be doing. So it would be...
You could attach another, like a helicopter second rotor to the tail.
So
You
many...
could attach bombs and stuff to the cat, and you could...
So many questions. Now, that cat helicopter has been described as art.
I reckon it's awesome.
There's been a bit of an artistic incident in the States, would you believe? I think you would. A 36-year-old woman was charged after punching, scratching, and sliding her buttocks against a painting worth more than $30 million.
Oh.
Carmen Tish is accused of pulling her pants down to rub up against the work, an oil-based artwork by the late abstract expressionist Clifford Still. She allegedly caused $10,000 worth of damage, I should say, to the painting, urinating shortly after the act. Tish was allegedly drunk at the time. You know what? I'm willing to believe it.
I was just thinking, is that like some fetish I've never heard about before? Rubbing your ass against valuable paintings. That gets me going.
Yeah, I love it how Tony says like he doesn't know. I've seen your internet history, Vesseling.
Hey, there's no art rubbing.
Rubbing your bum
There's
against...
no what you just said.
What?
.com.
It's too long a word.
.com. Imagine
Rubbing
that.
your bum on a painting.com.